Good morning. Morning, bedheads. I bet we're all bedheads this morning. How is it going? Thanks for joining me. This is fun. I turn the light up on my computer there. I did just get done recording a coffee with Karen, which is why I was a little late, but um I woke up like, "Oh, I got to talk about that topic." I should turn this because my husband wants the opportunity to get up and go to the bathroom without anybody seeing him. He's home this morning, so there, I'll turn that so if he gets up and goes. Oh. Oh, is it echoey? Is there an echo? Or are you echoing something somebody said, Mary? Oh, is your phone? Okay, good. Can everybody hear me okay? Is this too bright? No, it doesn't look bright enough. When you don't have a studio, this is what happens. Oh, good. Hi, you guys. Hi, everybody. This is amazing. How many more days until your husband retires? 8. 8. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I wanna do today. So this is not an SG time. I thought if you guys wanted to do a coffee with Karen and just ask me anything, you can ask me stuff about me, but it doesn't have to be about me. I'm really about this much of a narcissist. I usually when I go out for lunch with people, I hardly talk about myself at all. I'm always asking questions. So we can do coffee with Karen. You can ask me about any issue you want me to talk about, um, any whatever. You can ask me about me. You can ask me about, oh, how is semi-glutide? You know what? I haven't started it yet. I saw some people asking questions like, Karen, how's it going? And I haven't started. I was going to start it on the second, but I just literally have not pulled it out of the fridge yet to even like look at it just because I've been busy doing stuff and figuring out stuff here. But I feel very calm about it. I feel like I'm going to start it when I'm meant to start it. Oh, thank you for being positive. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm gonna try to be, always. So, yeah, good luck with it. Yeah, I know. I think I'm a little hesitant about it, which is why I'm not, like, jumping on it. You know why? Because, like, I don't know, because there's a small percentage of people who get a little sick from it, like, just nausea and stuff, and I'm really knocking on wood, that's not gonna be me. I'm trying to, um manifest that it'll just be perfect for me. Like I won't have any health issues from it. It'll be a perfect experience. So I'm just waiting for that energy. I think that's probably what's happening. So, yep, you'll know the right timing. Exactly. Exactly. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Annette. Wow, you guys, there's 29 people having coffee with me this morning. What else you want to talk about? Who wants to talk about anything? What's going on in your life? Yep, thanks, Mary. What's going on in your guys' lives? What are you doing today? Yep, exactly, Claire. So Darlene woke up this morning scared about all the big companies bending knees to T and donating money to him. If they are doing this, how do we focus on our positive impact? You know what? I just had this coffee with Karen that when I woke up, I thought, okay, I'm really understanding and trusting this more and more and more. The FAFO, you guys, everybody know what FAFO is? It's F around and find out. Well, the Republican Party, and this isn't to say there's probably people here who are Republicans. Okay, I'm talking about the party in government. Okay, and So I'm not gonna talk about it too much because you can go watch the Coffee with Karen after this if you wanted to, but it's really about I just think since Reagan so it's been a long time since Ronald Reagan was the president. This is I think we're coming full circle to expose the corruptness of the Republican Party, and I'm not saying the Democratic Party does not have some corruption because they do, but it's the values of the Republican Party are so ridiculous. They don't just don't have any values. They don't have any, like, God-given spiritual values whatsoever, like, it's not about society, you know? So, anyways, I think we're coming full circle, and tonight I'm going to do you guys, I did a call out for questions on Donald Trump's, soul contract, and I think if we can focus on his soul contract, what he was meant to do right now, then I think it'll help us stay positive, okay? So try not to even pay attention if you can to any of the details that are going on, like the donating money to him and all that. Try not to pay attention to the details because the details are not important because that's all shenanigans. Okay. What we want to focus on is the impact this is all going to have for our greats and our grands and for the younger people on earth. Okay that I think we're coming full circle to the exposure. This is what I woke up like, boom, I just woke up with it this morning. And I felt very calm with, you know, letting the shenanigans get totally out of hand. And again, I know it's hard if it comes knocking on your door because it will come knocking on our door. But when it does, we're going to be here talking about it. Okay. We're going to just support each other. That's why I decided to start, especially this month, to do Coffee with Karen Live with you guys. So whoever wanted to just get together and just like stay grounded. We just have to stay grounded. So try not to pay attention to all the details and the shenanigans. Keep your eye on the big picture. Keep your eye on the big picture. The big picture to me is the exposure that's been going on for a very long time in the Republican Party. The Republican Party can't win an election unless they've got shenanigans going on. That's just the way it is. And then the Democrats have to clean them up all the time. So that's got to stop. That whole thing's got to stop for the future of humanity. So that's the short of the long of what I talked about. So, good morning. Undecorating. Oh, you're taking your Christmas stuff down? Cleaning. Annette's cleaning today. So, Hexate, got off work a couple hours ago, so this isn't morning for you. Okay, well, hope you had a fantastic day at work. Day off. Yay, Lanita. Oh, it's snowing here. I know where I'm at, it's just gonna be cold for the next 10 days. I wouldn't have been disappointed if we got in a snowstorm, to be honest. Sewing tarot card deck wraps. What is that? What are tarot card deck wraps? And you said it's addicting, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Does anyone know what tarot card I'm gonna copy that right now. Can I copy this from the tarot card? I gotta copy it and put it in my notes. Okay, you guys, if you don't know what tarot, I'm sure somebody will put it in the oh, it came up, but it's white. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds very fun. Let's see. I'm gonna have to I know you guys are gonna the chat's gonna be going fast and I'm gonna be really behind. Okay, we talked about that. No way in hell am I a Republican. Right? Right? Oh, it's it's awakening up time for people. Today I get to go play with a pack of Labrador retrievers in a little while. Yay! That's amazing. Yeah, you guys, if you're feeling down, go play with some animals. Absolutely. Good morning from deep in the heart of Texas. Texas is in the house. Democratic all the way. I'll skip when you guys are talking to each other. I know, it was grim watching the vote for speaker. Again, that's real detail, so let's try to stay big picture. I think that's the key. A lot of us are intuitives here, not only intuitives spiritually, but intuitives in the Myers-Briggs. A lot of us. If you're an S in the Myers-Briggs, so you're sensing, it's the second letter. There are 2 choices in the second letter, sensing or intuitive. If you're intuitive, you're gonna have an easier time with this. If you're a sensor, you're gonna want those little details and they could torture you. So the intuitives don't necessarily need the details, they just wanna watch the big picture. And so I think it's the details that we need to stay away from and keep an eye on the prize. Keep an eye on the prize. Okay? I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay. Since December, I've been disconnected to the political world. Perfect. It just got to be too much. I'm in cold Pennsylvania, enjoying a cozy home with family I love. Used to be a Reagan Republican. Okay, Faye. Exactly. Exactly. So good for you to you're looking at the bigger picture now. Good morning from high up in the Colorado Rockies. Wow, you must have a lot of snow, Rita. Focus on the positive, exactly. I signed up for a tarot class. It begins on Wednesday. Oh, fun. Fun. I might take a tarot class. Um, oh, I don't have my phone with me, so how am I going to reference things? There's a couple tarot readers that I listen to. Oh my gosh, how come I don't know her name? But anyway, she has a book that's called, oh my gosh, hang on a second. It's not very fun of me to bring stuff up and then not tell you. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go on here and see into my subscriptions here and see who she is. But she has a book on tarot, and it's like tarot from it's not tarot from A to Z, but it's like tarot for beginners type of thing. And because I like her, I just want to support her channel. I might get her book. Um, what is it? Subscriptions. You guys probably, I think I have a tendency to watch the same people, is my guess. Oh, Ellie Dreams. Ellie Dreams Down Under. Oh, yeah, so she has a book called Tarot Well Done, and so she's been doing tarot for a long time, and she's really, talented. I guess talent is the right word for that? No, I've lost you. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Ellie Down Under, if you haven't listened to her, I think she's pretty cool. Um Teaching my first personal crochet class today. I've been asked to teach classes at the woolen mill. I am testing the waters. Am I on the right path? Well, what do you think, Linda? I don't have the SGs with me. What do you think? It sounds so positive. It sounds to me like you're on the right path. I wouldn't question that. That's awesome. So I decided, and I mentioned this is what we're going to do is 4 times a month we're gonna do live with the SGs, 2 on the public channel, and those will only be community questions. But if you're in the spirit circle, you'll have priority on those, which means you have see the little hearts next to your name over there in the chat? I guess it's maybe over there on. Um, you'll have priority to ask the questions, and then we'll go to the public whoever doesn't have the hearts. So we'll do an hour twice a month for those, very efficient like we did the other night. I thought that was quite efficient. So no chit chat from me, just as efficient as possible. And then twice a month, we'll come into the spirit circle and do a live, and you can ask whatever you want, personal, whatever. Okay. So, Linda, that would be a great question. Excuse me, if you want to ask that later on. And then I'm going to do coffee with Karen. I don't know, maybe every Saturday or something. Maybe Saturday and Sunday I'll rotate. Yeah, they will defeat themselves, exactly, Annette. My parents were staunch Republicans, and I was never drawn to that party. I am too much of a bleeding heart, exactly. And it's really just about it's just like caring for people. Come on now. Okay, so there's some suggestions. Thank you, Faye. That's awesome. I'll have to look at the chat and come back to those. Okay, you guys are talking to each other about a grounding mat. Yeah, I want to hear about that. Grounding mats. You guys are going to notice how far behind I am in the chat. My friends are coming over this afternoon and we are going to pull cards for the year. How fun. Okay, what a great idea, you guys. Have a group of people come over. What a great idea rather than paying attention to politics, right? Have people come over and pull cards for the year. One card per month. So you could do this on your own as well. I want to do this. One card per month. It's pretty cool to see how your year unfolds and how they relate to the cards. Okay, I'm copying that. Erica, amazing. Did you guys hear that? That's awesome. I'm gonna do that today too. You guys, I have so many things to catch up on because like even from New Year's Eve, these are all the card readings that I've done that I want to put in my own journal from cards we've gotten on the channel. And then from New Year's Eve, I'm still working on my medicine bag. So I'll show you my medicine bag once I get it done. But if you guys are on Blue Sky and if whatever posts like if you have your medicine bag done, somebody that I haven't been on for a couple days, but somebody posted they did like a medicine plate and it was just on a paper plate. It was amazing. So post those on Blue Sky if you're on there, because that's where we can see each other's stuff. Let's see. Oh, astrology. Okay, that's okay. Faye had shared those names. They were astrology. Oh, Ellie Dreams might have a second book. Cool. Oh, good. Hexade, I'm glad the live was fun. I think it's harder for people to sit and listen to people's personal questions, but I think there's actually power in the personal questions for each of us personally. But I know people are busy and they've got other stuff to do. And so then they get impatient. But if you have time to sit and listen to how the SGs respond to personal questions, there's a lesson in that for all of us, I think. So I use a copper pendulum to contact spirit guides. Perfect. My rods came with a pendulum as well, a copper pendulum as well. And they work just fine. I have it in my purse. So if I'm traveling and I don't have the dowsing rods. Oh, I like Marianne from Revealing Light as well. She gets into the weeds. Yeah, I know. She's clairvoyant. Yeah. So she gets into the weeds. And then if you want that detail and that's helpful for you and it's keeping you calm, then absolutely. I'm only hanging out with people that give me a little bit of information. I kind of want just big picture information, but I don't want the weeds. I can't look at any of their faces. I just can't because all I see is, I'm not going to say evil because I just don't like that word, but I just don't, it just, no. Like even Mike Johnson, I just can't even look at the guy's face. I just see not good stuff. I sleep on a grounding mat. What? What is a grounding mat? I'm making copy of stuff, but I'm pasting it into my sticky notes on my computer, but they're coming up as white because in the chat it's white. So I don't know. I'll have to paste it into something else. Let's see. I created dowsing rods and gave several pairs for Christmas presents, pointed them to your channel. Oh, thank you, Mary. You created dowsing rods. Okay, you guys, you can create dowsing rods. You just probably go to the hardware store, right, Mary? Because you can use any kind of, I think it's just copper. I don't know if it's always has to be copper, if it can be any kind of metal. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on any of that. But cool. You gave them as Christmas presents. That's amazing. What a good idea. You guys, so when I unboxed this self-care oracle deck, the thing that the creator of the deck, where is that little card? She had a great idea. And you don't even have to buy her decks to do this, but she had a great idea. It was a little note in there. And she said, because you can just create your own little cards. Especially, like, if you do scrapbooking cards or, I mean, if you have, like, any kinda art supply, just make your own little cards. But she basically this is what she does, and I'm gonna start doing this. She said, "One of my favorite ways to use this deck is to share individual cards with others. I include them in birthday greetings, thank you notes, holiday cards." She puts them in when she pays bills by mail, she sticks a card in there for whoever's gonna receive it. She'll put it at the bank drive-through window with gratuity at a restaurant. She'll just slip a little card. So you could have like little business card type things with really positive sayings and have them printed at, Walgreens or somewhere. I'm going to do that. And just whatever saying you want to impress on the world. Just I would avoid things like God is your savior. Because here's the thing, is I don't like somebody said something to me, somebody made a comment, which I'm not as sensitive to comments anymore like I was 2 months ago, but somebody had made a comment, like, about the dowsing rods and stuff, and yours aren't this isn't spiritual or whatever. And I said, "Hey." Oh, he's like, "I wanna give you some advice." And I said, "Well, I wanna give you some advice." Let people b and I said, "Let people be on their own spiritual path," you know? Like, I'm never gonna put on a card, like, to someone who believes that God is their savior, I'm not gonna say, "You should do tarot," you know? I mean, let people be on their own spiritual path, you know? So, however you're on your spiritual path here, so if you're gonna do those little cards, just maybe make them like, just positive messages or, like I don't know, something that they and then just believe what they get is something they needed to hear today, you know? But the saying on the back of these self-care cards are pretty cool, so I'm gonna be using those this month, on the public channel at the end of videos just to help people with self-care this month. Okay, so you guys are talking about the mat. I'll have to look that up. The grounding mat balances your body's electrical charge by connecting to the Earth's energy. Are there any negative effects? Have you had any negative effects, Kimmy? Yeah, Marianne, I know. I like Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot as well. Aw, fearless leader. Aw, you're so sweet. We're all fearless leaders here. We are a fearless community, right? We are managing our fears. That's what we're doing as effectively as possible. Yes, Massatero is Maestro. She always sounds like she's saying maestro. But so I don't really know how but tarot, yeah, I really like her too. She's cool too. And you guys are talking, my blank cards are coming today and I will use them to make a set of rune cards for me. Oh, you can get blank cards. Yes. I didn't know you could get you guys, this is amazing sharing stuff like this. Did you guys know you could get blank cards and make your own deck? Okay, I don't even know what rune cards are either, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Very cool. So you guys, you can copy and paste things from the chat here in your notes that you're learning things. Oh, you're gonna add medicine. Jennifer's gonna add medicine herbs to her medicine bag. Very cool. Okay, Mel 3498. Um, they, keep working with them for sure. Mel just got some dowsing rods and they're not working yet. So if anybody has any suggestions for dowsing rods, maybe we'll have, what we should do is just do a live. Like I can come on and we can just have I mean, you guys, I honestly, this isn't even work to me. I could come on here so often. I'm trying not to come on too often so that it doesn't overwhelm people, but everybody will be attracted to different topics, I guess. But I could come on if you think it's a good idea. We could come on and do a live on just dowsing rods so you guys can share all of your, or I could do a video on dowsing rods and then you guys can share your ideas in the comments there. I guess it doesn't have to be live. Dowsing rod session. Yeah, I just am gonna have to find somebody. I've never really thought about how to teach it because I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how to teach you to do that. So I'm gonna have to find someone else. If you guys know anybody who might be able to teach this community on using dowsing rods, then let me know because I can tap into them and see if they'll come into the community. Renee from True Path Tarot is fantastic. Cool. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down. I don't think I know Renee. Let's see. We would love to see your husband. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Oh my gosh. This is a guy who won't even FaceTime with me when like I'll go to Europe. I've been to Europe five or six times with different women. Like I travel with different people. And he won't even FaceTime with me when I'm in Europe. That's how much he won't even. So if you think he's gonna come on camera, ain't gonna happen. I can show you a picture of him though. If next time if I have my phone, I'll show you a picture of him. Oh my gosh. He's very bashful when it comes to being online. Oh, and he's like, he's okay with me mentioning him, but for the longest time when we first got on Facebook, when I first got on Facebook, he's like, "You're not posting pictures of me, are you?" He's very private. Which is so opposite of me, so you can imagine how annoying that can be. But we've been married for 33 years, so I have a level of respect for how he wants to be, and that's his choice. Yeah, the detail. Yes, Kimmy, that's a great way to say that. The high level, big picture, stay focused on the big picture of what's going on in the political, in all the chaos in the 3D. But when you get down into the low details, it's very low vibrational. That's exactly right. So I think it's okay to just stay aware enough to just say, okay, this is happening. This, okay, we're making progress here. The exposure is happening. And I really think Trump's, his sole contract was to bring all of this to light. You guys, okay, the thing that happened that was extremely low vibrational the other day, at the Trump Tower and the Musk truck, that image alone, if that wasn't big picture, if you just take a picture of that, although it's not the most pleasant picture, there's a picture of just like it literally says Trump Tower and then the truck burning. That is symbolic. That alone, just keep if and I know that image is not a positive image, but in terms of understanding the big picture, is symbolic for what's happening, and that's actually a positive symbolic thing. It's sad that that man took his life, but his sole contract was to be a part of that, okay? So, that whole image to me is symbolic of what's going on. So, that's how I feel anyways. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Okay, so simply positive, my dowsing rod stopped working, but I'll keep trying. Absolutely. We will have somebody when we move to another platform, especially. Although somebody mentioned in the comments the other day, because I'm like, I don't know how to organize. YouTube does not allow us to organize, when I do the daily cards or the weekly cards. It's like, it's just in this long line of um videos. So it's like new members, how hard it is to find stuff, right? So I think what I'm going to do, somebody had suggested that other people do like a Google Doc, which you can just have a link to and so maybe I'll have a Google Doc with the videos that we've done and you could click on the links and like we'll have it by topic. Then you could just look at the topic of what you maybe needed to hear that day and always go back to them. So maybe I'll do that, a Google Doc. Let me know if you guys think that Google Doc would be helpful. Let's see. I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat. So okay, that's not too bad. I'll catch up to you guys. So a Google, I got to write that down so I remember. a Google Doc for Spirit Circle. So until we get to a new platform, anyways. Okay. Oh, Mary bought refrigerated tubing, 1/8 coil, and cut it into 16-inch pieces, and then did her best to strengthen them out. That's to do your own dowsing rods. That's amazing. That's awesome. Were they copper, Mary? Oh, yeah, Susan Lynn, you guys. She's actually like one of my faves. Susan Lynn, Spirit Navigator. Yeah, she is intense. Um, but she is like one of my faves, only because she is so calm. Like her, yeah, I love how she says she's 60% Susan and 40% spirit, or that she's channeling, or is it the opposite? It doesn't really matter. But um, she just she can explain what's going on politically in a way that makes me it's just so common sense, and it keeps my vibration high. Like, it doesn't lower my vibration. That's what you're looking for. And you know what? If you go on and listen to Susan Lynn Spirit, she may lower your vibration. So if she does, then find somebody else, right? But she doesn't lower I think that's what it is. She doesn't what we want to do is look for people that we can listen to, and that's why I love all the different recommendations. So, you wanna look for people who keep your vibration high, and we're all gonna be different. And then and you could be listening to somebody for a while, and then all of a sudden, it shifts for you, and whatever they're talking about at that time, or maybe their energy shifted, and then all of a sudden you're feeling, or maybe your vibration rose higher than where they're at, and then you shift, right? That might even happen here, you know? If you find hanging out with me is lowering your vibration, then it's time to shift, right? I just had that aha that's so right now, Susan Lynn Spirit Navigator is keep helping me keep my vibration high when I listen to her. But again, that might not be the case for everybody. I just had that aha. I love talking about this stuff. I really feel like this is the kind of stuff like people have asked me, and I'm going to do a video at some point on my spiritual journey. But this is the kind of stuff I used to talk to people in college about. I would rather than going to a house party, I'd rather sit around with girlfriends and have conversations like this and just explore, like, what does this mean? And what does that mean? So Simply Venus one said, I bought a box of self care cards for myself for Christmas. I just read the cards in the sequence they came in, and every day it's a pleasure. Some have an exercise included with the message. What a great idea. So you have, and okay, so like this deck is 52 cards. Okay, so there's 52 weeks in a year, right? There's a 56. Um, you could do a weekly card. That is a fantastic idea, Simply Venus. That's awesome. So, did everybody catch that? So, he or she bought a deck, whatever deck is calling to you, and pulls one card a day. And then you could, if you do them a day, and that's the message that you get for the day. That is beautiful. That is great idea. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Let's see. Sometimes the chat jumps on me, and then yeah, what do you guys think of my emojis? They're kinda dumb, aren't they? I gotta fix those because they're in like a white box, like, that doesn't make any sense, the white box. I don't know why they're in a white box. I'm working on the emojis. I like the ones that you've just added, like, like the coffee and I need to work on those. Bought a box. Okay, we want woohoo, la, 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 la. Yeah, blank cards, right, Faye? I had no idea. I know. Good morning, Nicole. Earthing mats. What's an earthing mat? Copying that. Aren't you guys getting so many ideas from everybody right now? This is amazing. This is why we do live. See, I'm learning. I don't know. I didn't know what we do lives for. Everything's a work in progress here, but this is why, because we can learn from each other. Look at this. Yeah, yep, exactly, Laura. I really need to keep a notepad by my side for these. I totally agree. I'm just copying and pasting them on my computer, but you guys are probably on your phones and stuff. Is there a way to post pictures? I don't think so here. So that's why I think you want to come over to Blue Sky. And we're at Ask the Spirit Guides. Just it's one word, Ask the Spirit Guides. Um, and you can post, you show your face, you can show your bed head and post your whatever you're doing, share ideas on there. Oh, and I did look, I might go back to Facebook. Because well, I no, no, no. I'm hoping when we get on a new platform by June is my goal, if it's not sooner, that you'll be able to post pictures in the new platform for the membership. Okay. So I looked on Blue Sky and we can't have it. There's no groups in Blue Sky. I Googled it. So unless I didn't find the correct information. So it's kind of like Twitter, I think. I don't think that they allow that kind of stuff. So we'd have to go on to Facebook and there's this whole I don't know, there's too much scamming and stuff going on Facebook, with links and all this. I don't know. So I think I'd rather wait until we get so right now, come on Blue Sky if you're in, come onto the account and then you can share your stuff. And then when we go on another platform, then I'll make sure that it's a platform where we can share things. Okay. We can share pictures of stuff because I think that's going to be important. Um, I'm gonna write that down. Platform sharing images. I wanna make sure we can do that. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Oh, thank you, Julie. You guys are amazing. And thank you for the support you give me. Oh, yeah, Master, I don't know how to say that name, but, what's her name? I forget how to say that so Mary Rose, you guys see the comment at 7:32? There's a tarot reader who has a simple deck, a deck that she sells on Etsy. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen her deck that she sells on Etsy. I haven't gotten it, but I've seen that. So Claire, are you asking for a personal session or just a session like within the I might do some personal sessions. I haven't decided yet. Oh, okay. So like love a session on the rods, like in the yes, we will do that. I just need to find somebody who can do that. So Linda says, I am so proud of myself. An acquaintance approached me yesterday at the grocery store. She was so excited about Monday and the inauguration. She was wearing her 45 to 47 hat. Yikes. I so wanted to ask her if that was her IQ. Oh, Linda, you did so well. Good job. People are just unreal. All right, FAFO. They're gonna FA and FO. And it's not that I don't think we really should be hoping for them to FAFO, but I think we will expect change. Let's just expect change. That's funny, Linda, about her. Good job, Linda, keeping your mouth shut. It's so hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Lucy, I don't know. Did you guys see her? I don't know where she is. We have been trying to train Lucy. I've never given my cats ever. Like, I just don't the treats and stuff for cats, I mean, they're not the healthiest things. But there's this the Temptations and um it's called Temptations and there's one called Bonkers or something. Yeah, they are bonkers for 'em, so she's addicted to them now. There's something in there that made her addicted, it's like her brain. So now we're not feeding them. I mean, she won't leave us alone. So now we have an empty bag, and every time she asks for them, like, she starts whining, which is all the time, we give her the empty bag. So that's all she gets. So she can smell the bag, and then we're like, "Look, it's all gone. It's all gone," because I'm not giving them to her anymore because they put it's like cocaine in there. There's cocaine. They put cocaine in my cat's treats, I swear. It's not good. So if you have never given your cat temptations, don't do it. So I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's doing. Yes, Simply Venus, order your dowsing rods or go get some metal from the store. Mary did it with some metal. I kinda like them with the yeah, it's interesting, Mary, because like, I like them that they have the tubes on there that don't interact with the thing, with the, rod or whatever. Aw, Saunders, I got rods because of you, but I'm 2 aren't they're not responding either? Okay, they will. You're gonna okay, so I think it's about your so one of the things I'm working on is to try to become, I think well, the SGs have told me that it's appropriate for me, but I wanna do it in a kind and gentle way for myself because when you start making the veil thinner for yourself, meaning that you're raising your vibration, and they need to your spirit guides need to lower their vibration, but you guys need to match so that they can communicate with you, okay? So your goal is to raise your vibration. That's all you really need to do. And whether that's using here she comes, whether using some crystals, I think she just walked down the hallway. Using some crystals, meditating, lowering your stress in life. If you're super stressed, your vibration is low, right? So they're going to have a harder time because they can only lower their vibration so much. So the more you can raise your vibration, the more they're going to be able to connect with you. Okay. So it's just a matter of doing that. It's a matter of working on that. And whether that is just, again, whatever is lowering your vibration, maybe you're staying too in the weeds at work. Maybe you're staying too in the weeds about politics. Maybe, the stress and all that. Whatever feels low. And maybe it's about exploring put on a list. What is low vibration for you? Maybe it's eating too much sugar. Maybe it's not drinking enough coffee. What is low vibration for you? Okay. And explore those low vibrational areas and try to tick them off and see if you tick them tick them off. Try to see if you can eliminate some of those lower vibration areas and see what starts to happen. I really think it's that simple. I don't even know if we need an instructor to come in and tell us that. Simply Positive Me, I'm so glad that you're here too. So glad. You guys, this community is just amazing. Georgia says, I'm working on meditating or having quiet time before using the rods. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. If you don't want to buy rods, you can make them out of metal clothes hangers and then and then cut out plastic straws to use as the handles. There you go. Clever. You guys are talking to each other. Awesome. I love it. Oh, Linda, I'm so glad. Linda says, because of you, I no longer care to get sucked in, aware, but being positive. You know what? Thank you so much. And the thing is, yeah, I appreciate that you say that because of me. And it's only because you've allowed me to find myself there too in this process because you've allowed me to sit on camera and process what I'm going through. So it wasn't like a place I would have known about 2.5 months ago because I wasn't thinking. I'm a real thinker out loud person, and you're allowing me by being here to think out loud. And I'm glad that my processing is helping you because you've allowed me to be here, it's helping me a great deal too. So it's this whole reciprocity between us. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Oh, good idea on the Google Doc? Okay, cool. Alright, I'll try that for sure. Okay, good. Because I don't know what y like, I do have things in the channel. Um, the homepage of the channel has playlists but I can only do 10. Like, they only give me 10 total, so I have a few for members there, but it's very limiting. You think that they would, make it a little bit more functional. Yeah, Susan Lynn cracks me up. Oh my gosh, you guys, she did a short the other day. This was amazing, and in fact, I tried to post it. I'll try to post it on the community tab. Her short was about did anybody see when this is Susan Lynn, that we were talking about earlier. When she spent some time she walks her dog, and she was spending time picking up nails, like, to prevent other people's, cars from, you know their tires from getting flat from the nails. She found that when she started picking up nails to prevent other people from having a bad experience, that she started her running over nails on her own tires. So her intuition said that she was getting in the way of other people's lessons by picking up their nails. And I thought that is fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was the best. I loved that. I loved that perspective because she's like, all of a sudden, she's had like for the last 6 months, like constant like she's got patches over all her tires. We went through that actually. My husband, it was the weirdest thing. It was during COVID. He blew so many tires during COVID. We were like, it was almost became laughable. Every time he'd get on his bike, his tire would blow. It was just weird. It was weird. So something was going on with our energy during that time. But anyways, I'll try to post that, Susan Lynn. Let me make a note of that because it was really funny. I tried to post it on my phone and it wouldn't post. Maybe shorts don't post. I don't know. Susan Lynn, short post. Sorry, you guys are literally sitting on pillows. That's why when I type, it's going like a very classy studio I've got set up here. Oh, Vania. Yeah, I really like Vania too. Yes, Republicans need a tune-up. That's exactly right. Republicans need a tune-up. That's perfect. They need a deconstruct the whole thing and then tune up. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see. Where did I just leave off? So, how long do you guys think we should go? Maybe till like 8:30? I think I could because I'm only on my 1 cup of coffee. I should have made a second cup of coffee. I might not get out to everybody's comments, so if I don't, I apologize. Let's see. Yeah, it bounced on me. Here we go. Okay. Andrea, welcome. This is the first time I've done coffee. Well, actually, I did a coffee with Karen live a couple weeks ago, but like it was like impromptu, and I don't know, maybe like 5 people. So right now we have 65 people here. That's amazing. Well, welcome, Andrea. That's awesome. It's gonna get like the first I've been social spirit circle has been for like 2 months, and for those who have been like the ones with the red hearts, thank you guys so much for hanging out and waiting for us to kinda get organized, but I feel like I finally am getting some what I think would be really useful for everybody and some structure to this, so it just took a couple months. Yeah, great conversation has always led to greater spiritual heights, no doubt, totally. I'm the same way. I could sit around and have these kind of conversations for hours. I have always been like that. That's been just my spiritual journey, and I used to have some really great girlfriends in college that I could do that with. And I did it with students constantly. I worked with students for 30 years. That's why somebody had asked me, like, how are you? She was very gracious and saying that I was good at facilitating this kind of stuff. It's because I've had thousands of hours of conversations with people, with 18-year-olds mostly, which they're such in a state of life that they're really open at 18, maybe not for parents, but when they're in college because they're freshmen and they're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but they're confident. They have a level of confidence because they're a little bit older, but so they're open. And so having conversations with 18-year-old college students for 30 years is, it really, I mean, that it's in itself grew me, that was all part of my spiritual growth. Oh, good, Annette. I'm so glad. I just have to say that you helped me keep my vibration level headed. I'm so glad. And again, you're helping me keep it because you're allowing me to have these conversations with you. That's really changing my life. Okay. Yeah, Faye. Absolutely. So it's not about Susan. So Faye said, I appreciate what you said about Susan Lynn. I had a personal reading with her a couple of years ago, but I can't engage these days. Exactly. So there's something in your vibration that is just not connecting with hers. That doesn't mean she's a bad person. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just a vibrational thing, and it's perfect that you're paying attention to that. I kind of feel that way with Marianne. Like at first I was like, totally our vibrations were in the same place. And now I'm like kind of beyond it for me, not beyond her. I'm not saying she's at a low vibration. I'm just saying like it's not what I need at this point, you know. But other people here might, which is why sharing other people. And if you guys, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I mean, I'm not even suggesting, I'm saying when appropriate, if you want to share my channel with people, they can then check it out to see if it matches their vibration. It may not. So don't be surprised if you share my channel with somebody and they're like, "Oh, I couldn't." That's okay. And just say, "Oh, okay." Because that means it just wasn't a vibrational match at this time. Okay. So it's nothing personal to you. That just occurred to me too, because sometimes I make recommendations to people and I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, what does that mean about me if they don't like them? No, it's just not it just occurred to me. See, I'm learning so much by having these conversations with you. It's just not a vibrational match at that time. And it doesn't mean Susan won't be again for you, Faye. You can check it out. The other person who was a vibrational match for me for a while was Whimsy Oracle. And now I can't even every once in a while I go in to see what her topics are. And I'm just because I want her to be a vibrational match, but I just I can't. I just can't. But I really find her intriguing. There is somebody else I want you guys to check out. I have my subscriptions up here. Let me check. Because she's so calming. And I could listen to her all day. So she does tarot and her voice is so sweet. Um, her channel is called Moonlight Energy. And her name is Kim. She's a psychotherapist. She is a psychotherapist by trade. She's an energy reader and an energy healer, and she does remote viewing, and she does these like she's been doing remote viewings with Harris, Biden, Trump. She does walls every once in a while, but she sits, you can't even see her face, and she sits and she puts the cards out of what she's hearing from them, and she just reads the cards of what she's hearing, and she goes, "Okay." Like she's just oh my gosh, I could listen if you want somebody to meditate around, she's like perfect. So go check her out because she definitely, deserves see if she's a match for you, basically. See if she's a match. Okay. All right, let's see. So somebody, Mary said, really love House of Lenormand, I think. Tarot. She does live Sunday nights with Jen Lynn Astrology. Okay, cool. I'm going to copy that and see. So great suggestions again. This way you can check out different people and see who matches for you right now. Yeah, I know. It'll be interesting to see if a next iteration, thank you, Carol, if a next iteration of my channel is to bring some people together. Um, the way I kind of thought about that and I thought, you know what? I'll wait for people to reach out to me to know when the timing's right rather than me reaching out to them. Cause that doesn't, for right now, it doesn't feel right to me. But if somebody reaches, let's just say Susan Lynn reaches out to me, and is interested in having a conversation, then I would entertain it because then I would know the timing was right, you know? So Rhonda says, I unintentionally have a new set of rods. When I first used them a couple of days ago, their yes went left and their no went right. Okay, that's okay. I said out loud, like mirroring Karen, and the rods went left. That's awesome. So you're mirroring mine. That's amazing. So, because yours is going the opposite direction. When I first started, like, people were trying to tell me, like, in the chats, like, "That's not right. This is how they work." And I'm like, "No, that's we just want everybody." It's like some people want, and we gotta check ourselves because I think we all do this. When you know something to be true, it's so important to sometimes for us, especially when we feel outside of we're not feeling control in our life. It's so important for us to tell people that they're doing it wrong, you know? That's a control thing. Like if you I do that more when I'm feeling out of control and I need a little control. Like do it this way, you know what I mean? So, but so many people like, yes, if that is the way your spirit guides are working for you, then that is fine. There is no right or wrong for this. If it works for you, Rhonda, that is perfect. That is cool that you're like mirroring Karen. So basically, Rhonda, what Rhonda's saying is if she's sitting in front of me, her rods, mine go yes this way. And since she's facing me, this is my right, but that's her left. So since if she's facing me, so she's mirroring me. That's really cool. Okay, so you just found the emojis this morning. Yeah, we have special emojis, and actually the more people who join, the more emojis we get to add. When we first started, we could only have 5 emojis, and now that we have more people, we could have 17. Wow. So, but I'm not, I don't know. They're in a box. I think those are weird. I gotta look at those. These are like the second set I've done. I've gotta I don't know. I gotta see. Cool. Claire's getting really great ideas. Thank you all. Exactly. This is perfect. Now I know why we're going to do coffee with Karen once a week because we're going to get ideas from each other. This is awesome. Pat says, so true. I love chatting with friends. I'm currently feeling like my closest friends do not connect with my spiritual journey. So it's so great to chat with you and this like minded sisters. Yeah. We got some brothers here too, but um, totally. I have been feeling that way for quite some time. I've got some really good girlfriends, really close girlfriends, but our lives are just really different. And I mean, I have a friend who's 10 years younger than me, exactly 10 years younger than me. And it's just a joke because I always know how old she is because so I'm 55, she's 45. But she has a 4-year old. She ain't sitting around talking about spiritual stuff, you know? She's got a 4-year old. And she has rheumatoid arthritis, so she's got a lot going on. So when we get together, we just talk about, what everyone's doing that week or whatever, and it's quite boring, you know? I'm like, because I'd rather be sitting here talking to you guys, about this stuff, but, I wanna keep a couple friends. Oh, have you guys noticed that when you're on your spiritual journey, how many people fall out of your lives? Have you ever noticed that? I have had so many people fall out of my life lately, and it's not I don't it could be for whatever reason. Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, "They never contact me anymore." It's because they're not a vibrational match to you. That's why. If you haven't thought about that for a while, if you're like, "Why does that person not like me anymore?" It's because they're not a vibrational match. So it don't that's where the not taking it personally comes in. Oh my gosh, Faye. Your Facebook account got suspended because it got hacked and they determined you were the hacker. Oh, Facebook. I actually deleted my account after Zuckerberg went over to 45 after the election. That was just my way of saying, "Mm-mm, I'm done." Yeah, join Blue Sky. It's actually really cool. And you guys know Laura Loomer? If you know Laura Loomer, I'm sure most people probably know who she is. Um, far right. She tried signing up for an account on Blue Sky, and they must have like the minute she signed up, it deleted her account. So they're controlling the messaging on there, which is amazing. Yeah, Elizabeth, I know. Elizabeth says, I enjoy talking about this type of thing with people, but it is difficult to find people who want to talk about it. So glad I found this channel. I know, exactly. It is hard to find people who want to talk about it. It's a very vulnerable space to be here. I can tell if I bring up spiritual stuff with certain people and they just dodge it. They just dodge it. It's very vulnerable for people to be talking about this kind of stuff. And they're just not there. They're just not, you know. Yeah, you guys are really encouraging me to get on a different platform so that you can have these conversations within the community because Facebook or YouTube does not allow these chat things. So we're going to look at the best platform we can find and we're going to keep it all the founding members are going to be able to stay at this price where we're not going to raise you up. We're going to have to raise the price just because the platform is going to cost us money for new people. So anyone who's here now, we'll just keep you at the same. We'll move you over. We'll figure all that out. So, but you guys are going to be able to have conversations like this. We'll have different chat rooms set up so you can have conversations about spiritual tools and I don't know. We'll just figure it out. All these cool things we can do. Is it Maestro Tarot? Is that how she says that? Maestro? I feel like that's how she says it when I hear her. Maestro Tarot. Libby. Thank you. It's Libby. Yes. You can see I'm quite behind now. I'm like 20 minutes behind on the chat. Yeah, your dad's old account is constantly getting hacked. Facebook doesn't care, won't do anything. Yeah. And I just watched a video of a woman yesterday who just got scammed on Facebook because of a link she clicked and it cleaned out her bank account. So I'm like, you know what? If they're not doing anything, I don't know, you guys. I'd be really careful with Facebook. I'd be really careful. Let's see. I can see you guys are talking. Oh, Simply Venus, what's FAFO? It's a thing online where it's, F around and find out. So it's like, fuck around and find out, which means it's a thing that the left has come up with for the right to say, you've effed around by electing Donald Trump. Now you're going to find out. So it's an F around. I don't know if the left came up with it, if it's probably been around for a long time, but for other reasons. But right now, the left is using it to say to the right, you've effed around by electing this person. Now you'll find out. And so now they're showing examples of people who have remorse about it. I mean, the guy who did the thing with the Tesla truck in the Trump Tower, he left a note. Um, basically, he's basically pissed. He's pissed that Trump lied. So that was an FAFO. I can see you guys are talking to each other, which is amazing. Oh yeah, postcards. Somebody else said postcards from Spirit by Colette Bar. You know, Colette's like one of my faves. Colette Baron Reeves. I read. I love her decks, so I'm copying that. Postcards from Spirit. Yeah, somebody mentioned, I don't know if it was in a comment or something, that they were using those every day. The postcards from Spirit. Yeah, that's cool. Corgi, you got some corgis, Linda? Cool. Aw, as Saunders said, I'm having my sweet spirit daughter make me a clearing broom. Karen, thank you for the answer about rods. Cool. Mary, my writing group uses a circle site. Very easy to use, but maybe pricey. Oh, is circle site the actual name of the platform? I'm going to copy that. Circle site. I don't mind how pricey it is, to be honest. I want the best platform because if I get the best platform, more people are going to feel more connected there, and it won't matter because and we're going to keep the price super low so that the more people the merrier. We can bring more people in. You know, I'm not into this like $39 a month membership stuff. Just because I think the more people in there, the more we can grow as a community of like-minded people, you know, or just really help each other grow spiritually. Aw, Mary says, I find that when I use my rods and I am stressed, my SGs just open up and hug me. Right? There's a couple hugs I've done in the spirit circle. I need to, if we get it on the Google list, you could just click on that and get a hug anytime. They're in the playlists, but I know they're hard to find. You have to scroll all the way down probably to okay, I'll do the Google Doc this week and I'll send it out. I agree about Discord, Mary. I agree about Discord. I've been on Discord with some other groups and I'm just not it's not even pretty. Like it needs to be pretty. You know I like pretty things, right? I don't know. It's just got to be something that looks good. Oh, Audrey says my rods didn't respond well until I came across your channel. Then all of a sudden the rods and my pendulum started working. You know why? So it wasn't my channel. It's because whatever is happening with you and this and stuff we're talking about here and the people you're interacting with, it raised your vibration. That's why they started working. So that's the focus, you guys. Really, honestly, we don't even need a class on rods. You need to make a list of everything that's keeping you at lower vibration. Maybe you're watching murder mysteries because you really love them, but they're probably not. I love them. I love murder mysteries. It's weird, but I love them. But every time I watch them, I'm crabby the rest of the day. So lowering it lowers my vibration, you know? So I don't even think we need a class. I think we need to just focus on what's lowering our vibrations. I think I just taught you, you know? Okay, so I'm going to stay on for 10 more minutes and I do apologize that I might not get to everybody's comments, but hopefully you've seen each other's, you know? Rebecca, no problem. Come in anytime. I hope you guys are okay, because the thing that would be hard for me with Coffee with Karen is that even though I set it at 7 AM this morning, like, if I slept till 7:30, like, I need to be able to just come on when I'm ready to come on, but I happened to get up at 6 today, so I actually recorded a Coffee with Karen and then came on. But as long as you guys are flexible and you're okay with that, I put that in the description, but YouTube Live only lets me pick 1 time. So, I hope you guys are okay with that. So it'll always be like between 6 and 9 type of thing. But if you set your notifications on your phone, then you'll know when I click live, it'll come onto your phone, and then you'll know when I'm on, so you don't have to worry about missing it or something. Annette, thank you, I'm so glad. So solar, so I kinda got popped down, but then I saw Solar H said, "Did you hear Blue Sky may have options for groups?" I Googled it, and so maybe they changed it. I Googled it and it said no, that they didn't. So if anyone knows differently, let me know. Lanita said Discord makes you feel uneasy. Me too. I totally agree. I think we're going to be on this. It's going to have to be a platform where I feel it's, visually appealing, where we can find things. And, it's not like there's a million options, and I kind of know, I actually went to, when I was running my first business, and I'd had a YouTube channel, was on selling how to sell digital products. And so I have digital products on Etsy and stuff like that. And I had taken a membership course because I was going to do something spiritually, which is crazy. Because that just came out of the blue for me. And then this started like 5 months later. So I had taken a membership course. And so they had talked about different platforms. So I think I have kind of a handle on some of that. Aw, thanks, Lynette. Lynette's saying, "Come on anytime you can." Okay. Yeah, if you guys are open to it, I'll just pop in a lot too. I mean, if I have stuff I wanna talk, and you know what, you guys, this month, especially as things start happening, I will very happy if you guys say, "Karen, we need you to come on and talk to us so we can process together." I'm happy to do that, and I will. If there's some hard things going on in the next 6 months, we'll come on more and just say, "I'm coming on to process stuff with you guys," because we just need someone to process. We need to process together. You know what I mean? Oh, Faye, talking about low vibe stuff. I've been binge watching The Waltons for a week now. Totally. You know what's so funny is I saw The Waltons Christmas come across my feed, and we were gonna watch that last night. That's hilarious. You know what we watched the other night is we watched a Christmas episode of Happy Days, and it was so sweet. It's a little misogynist, I mean, with Fonzie and stuff, like, you can see those kind of old patterns, but it was just so, like, relaxing to watch Happy Days. So go on and watch an episode of Happy Days. I love the Waltons. Little House on the Prairie, love it. Yeah, so keep your vibrations high, watch what you're watching, you guys. Oh, British murder mysteries, are they, yes, I do like British murder mysteries. And actually, they're quite different than, like, watching 48 Hours or something. I don't They don't lower my vibration as much. Okay, so that's what we're gonna really be focusing on, you guys, in our community is high vibration, low vibration stuff, okay? So, that's really the key, I think. So, in this community, we want to keep our vibrations as high as possible while we gotta still face our everyday stuff, but how do we do that? How do we face the 3D stuff that happens? We can't help it. We're humans having a experience on Earth. Excuse me. And but from a high vibrational standpoint. Oh, things are popping, popping, popping. Okay, I might have ended up skipping a whole section because it popped on me. Oh, not a morning person, Deborah. Are you central, Deborah? So 9 in the morning works best for you. You know what I will do? I did a poll yesterday, so if you guys haven't answered the poll because you're telling us when, because you're a channel member, I'm using your advice on when to do lives, okay, with the SGs. So why don't I do another poll for Coffee with Karen? Okay. and just get a sense of when the most and what I'll do is I'll alternate then. So like, Deborah says 9, if it's 9 central, then maybe if I do 4 a month, I'll do one at 9 central. So I'll move them around. So maybe there'll be one because 9 central, I'll always be up unless I'm not feeling well or something. But so I'll move them around, but I'll do a poll. Let me make a note of that for Coffee with Karen. Okay, so live poll, a poll for just to get your feedback. Okay, cool. So Heidi had a crazy idea. I love that. I just had a crazy idea. Oh, I just lost it. Heidi, there it goes. It might be beyond my skill set, but I did recently complete a web development certificate program. Cool. What's your crazy idea? I might miss it. Oh, are you gonna say something like, "You can create a platform for me?" That would be amazing. That would be a crazy idea, and I would love it. If there is a way to create something, let me know. So Rebecca says, "Always happy to see you, Karen. I try to catch all your posts. I'm working my way back through the older member stuff. I'm trying to do clearings, but trying to not get more than one a day." Exactly. Oh, that's another poll I've been meaning to do. Not a poll, but I want to know all the different clearings you guys want. And again, you'll be able to do your own clearings the more you learn to do this. But it also is sometimes nice to sit and have somebody else do a clearing. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a call out to you clearing list. So I'm gonna do a clearing list. I'm gonna say, hey, what clearings do you want? I know somebody had requested a clearing on grief. Okay, let's do a clearing for grief, but let's get a whole list. Then I'm gonna do a poll with the list, and then you guys will prioritize them because I want to get all the clearings done, and they're gonna be housed in the spirit circle eventually on the new platform, but I'll have a spreadsheet for now. So when you need that clearing, you could click on them. Okay. How does that sound? So I'm going to get started getting those clearings done. Okay. So you should eventually have a huge list of clearings you can choose from. So I think that'll be a real perk for the membership. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. But then like once we get the long list, then like I said, those polls only let me I'll have to do it on a Google form because the polls only let me do 4 options, so I'll have to do it on a Google form. Oh, Linda, thank you. I love your coming on to process. It's always the right time and situation. The British mysteries are more upbeat. Yeah, I agree. I know, the processing, right. And you know what? If I was super low vibration, I probably wouldn't come on and it hasn't happened because this community is keeping my vibrations so high because I'm focused on what can I do good for the community that's where my focus is, that it's keeping my vibrations super high. And so, which is amazing, which is why I don't mind now scheduling things. Like 2 months ago, I was really resistant. I'm like, I'm not scheduling anything. I'm retired. I'm not. And now I want to be here. It's like, yeah. So my vibration, it's really working for me. So if I can impress upon anybody about finding a life path that feels like this, and I would have to say the career I was in, most of my career was pretty high vibration for me, just not like the last 5 years. I stayed too long. So hopefully you can find yourself if you're younger and you find yourself in a career and you're feeling like it's energy suck, that's a low vibration for you. So I know it's just you just got to keep looking for something that is going to raise your vibration that's going to pay you money for to do it. I mean, that's really what people are looking for in a career. It's just a career that pays money doing what they love, doing what they love. And that means it's a high vibration job for them. So, Heidi, I worked on a project that had a social component for movie lovers. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, Heidi, I might have missed, probably made the assumption of your crazy idea to build a platform for me. If you know anybody who can build a platform. Oh, I might be able to go on Fiverr and see about building my own platform too. Because I don't always find I'm gonna see about that, building a platform. I just don't find that the platforms have exactly what I want. So if anybody knows anybody, and even Heidi, if you've got ideas, you can email me at Karen@determinedtolovemondays.com. Okay, a couple more minutes. Again, I apologize if I'm missing people's. I know, happy days. Oh, your kids loved have. Oh, yeah, Mork and Mindy. Nanu, 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 right? Poor Robin Williams. He suffered with depression and stuff. Oh man, was he funny. Oh, good. Scat's Cat, 1954. Were you born in 1954? I loved the card reading yesterday, the third, such spiritual and beautiful cards. Perfect. I know. That's this. Should I do a card for you guys before I end? It was this deck. I opened, where are they? I've opened 4 decks on a video yesterday, and now I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta use all those decks." It's really fun to have different decks to be able to facilitate the channel. I can't even believe I get to do this. It's just so much fun. Oh, your birthday. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Joel Leva. Your birthday's January 20th. Not gonna be a happy year on this timeline, I'm afraid. You know what? You are gonna make it the best birthday ever. Make it the best birthday ever. Don't even think about that. It is about you. Don't even think about the other stuff. Stay on a different timeline. You can do that. Happy birthday coming up. So Karen listens to meditative YouTube channels during the day. That's amazing. Great. That's keeping your vibration high. I love it. My husband and I, we always have a puzzle going on our kitchen table, and we just play like 70s, soft rock, and we just love it. We don't, maybe like a couple times a week. But he's retiring in 8 days, so I'm sure we'll be puzzling it out more. It's just so relaxing. That's why I love doing puzzles. Okay, good. You like the idea of the list of clearings? Cool. All right. Deborah's praying for an upbeat and successful day today. Totally. Let's do it. All right, you guys, I'm just going to do a quick card for you. And, if it, just a little message for you today. You guys were amazing. Someone just asked if your husband's going to join us. And I talked earlier, he will never join us. First of all, he's still sleeping. I can hear him snoring. He is extremely camera shy, very private, very private. And I've respected that. I've accepted it because I'm completely opposite. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians. I see one that's flipped. And ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Okay, let's do a quick card. So if you guys could tap into everybody is in the chat today, or anyone who's going to watch this now and in the future. I'm going to put this live on the channel, but I don't know if if it'll be helpful for people to watch it. Maybe it will. I'm just curious to see. So can you guys please tap into the spirit guides of everyone who's here now and in the future? And what message would you like us to have on the day that we're watching this? What message would you like us to have? Anything that would be helpful for us? I'm just waiting. This deck is really easy to shuffle too. Some of them are just too long. It's a smooth deck. Anything you'd like us to know? They're really trying to find the best card for us today. Hi, Patrice. Oh, British Guard. Oh, did you see that? There's two of them. I got two in the reading I did at my first coffee with Karen this morning. Okay. Oh, fun. Here's our first one. What is that telling you? Pretty obvious. Look at the moon picture in the back, you guys. Isn't that pretty? It's a time to breathe, right? The calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier the easier it is to get everything done. The other day I was feeling so much energy about I have so many ideas. I want to do blah blah blah. And the first thing I did was just go give Lucy her medicine. Just go give Lucy her medicine. I just had to calm down. So I just did something practical. Okay, reminder to breathe today. Okay. And here's your next one. Look at that. What? Everybody who's seeing this there's some abundance coming. Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. Okay, so we need to be more thoughtful with the money that we have. Okay. And thoughtful doesn't mean restrictive, you guys. Doesn't mean restrictive. If you're being restrictive with your money, you got to find the balance between responsibility and what restrictive means. Restrictive is not the right energy towards it because you're going to limit. That's not high vibration. Responsible is. Okay, so it's a really tricky little balance, right? So this is saying just be a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. All right. People needed to hear that today. I haven't gotten that card, any kind of card like that for a while. That's cool. All right, you guys have an amazing day. And this was, I thought, really delightful for me. And it sounds like really positive for folks who showed up. And we'll keep doing it. Awesome. All right. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.